And on to problem number 2 on page 5. Again, this is a photocopy of the book. Do not write in your book. Thank you so much. Now we're doing multiplication and division. So times is the most popular multiplication number. 8 times the number n. I would honestly just say 8n or 8 times n. So 8 n's. How would you represent that? Well, we don't really do this a whole lot anymore, okay? The reason is the most famous variable is x, and x also looks like the multiplication symbol, so we don't really use that a whole lot anymore. So they figured, well, if we're not going to use the x, why don't we just put a dot? And they're like, well, if we're going to use a dot, why don't we just go ahead and mush them together? So from here on out, anytime you see a number and a variable mushed together, there is multiplication hiding in plain sight, all right? The quotient, that's dividing, that's a division. I like to just say over. If I saw this, I would just say n over 5 or n divided by 5. First number goes on top, second number goes on the bottom. We really don't even do this much anymore. This is going to be the most popular way, n over 5. It looks like a fraction. Well, a fraction technically is a division. All right, so those would be the most popular ways to represent multiplication, and this will be the most popular way to represent division. I like to say the word over a lot. Here we go. Make an algebraic expression. Okay, again, this is the got it question. This is where you do the notes. There should be a 2a, a 2b, and a 2c space for you to write these down. I'm writing them in the book. You write them in your notes. 6 times the number n, I would just say that is just 6n. Okay, I'm not doing this one. I'm not doing that one. I'm going to go right to the most efficient way to describe it. Could you reverse it? Yes, but the proper etiquette is to go number and then variable, just so you know how many there are. There are 6 of them. How many there is? There is 6. Here we go. The quotient of 18 and a number n. 18's first, 18 over n. That would be the simplest way to take this sentence and talk it in algebra talk. This is a long, full sentence. We don't talk this way in algebra. We talk this way in algebra. All right, now this one always gets me, okay, but we'll try my best here. Okay, we'll try my best. I'll try my best. Do the phrases 6 less a number y, 6 less a y, and 6 less than a number y. 6 less. So it looks like the emphasis is on subtracting the 6. So to me, I think this is what it sounds like. This is exactly why it's a lot easier just to say minus. Stop throwing the word less around when you're talking about subtraction. Or you could just say 6 subtract a y. Y subtract a 6. That won't make it confusing at all. Try to be precise with what you're talking about. So if you were just to say to me 6 minus y, y minus 6, oh yeah, those are completely different things. But because you decided to get weird with it and say less than now everybody's confused. So don't do that. Be precise with the way you describe math. You should be precise in almost everything you say. So there's less confusion and you can communicate more clearly and you can get your points across. So yeah, not the same. Okay, well, because you can't, well, first of all, explain. It's not the same because you can't flip subtraction. That's what I'm going to say right there. So explained right there. Again, this is what you do in the notes. Write that down. One thing you could do is you could push pause right here, and then you could write all that stuff down, and then you could go back and watch me do all of those things again. Okay, so that is problem number 2 on page 5. Problem number 3 coming up next.